Jan Smuts,
Yes.
right, once revered leader of the Afrikaner people. Then along the way, then the Afrikaner said, no, he's selling out.
Yes.
What is the debate around
That's
there?
a very interesting story, and I personally have some conflicted views about Jan Smuts. I think if we talk about the word greatness, and greatness, regardless of whether there's a value judgment or a moral implication, if we just say greatness means having a lot of influence, Jan Smuts was undoubtedly one of the greatest people ever to come from South Africa in terms of the role that he played internationally. He was involved with the founding of the United Nations.
Yes.
There's a statue of him in London next to the British Parliament. He was an incredibly influential person.
Yes.
And what's remarkable, what I see now, part of my job currently is to reach out to other countries and, make friends abroad, is when you speak to the English, they talk to you about Jan Smuts and how he advised the British during the Second World War and the incredible role that he played. If you talk to the Dutch, they talk about there was a thing called Operation Manna, which is when the Nazis took over the Netherlands.
Yes.
Jan Smuts organized this initiative for British airplanes to fly over Amsterdam and drop food parcels for the
Wow.
Dutch.
Okay.
And so they talk about Jan Smuts and
As a
Operation
hero.
Manna. Yeah. And when you go to the Hungarians, they talk about Jan Smuts and the pressure he had put on the communist government there under the Soviet Union.
Okay.
And when you go to Italy and to South Tyrol, the German province in Italy, they talk about how Jan Smuts fought for them to have some form of self-determination.
So he was the Mandela of the time.
Yeah, in many ways. But towards the end of his life, he remarked that my people have rejected me.
Yes.
I think that goes to your question because he was among Afrikaners, he became a controversial figure because it was just after the Anglo-Boer War. He was a general during this war. He fought the British.
Yes.
And his conclusion after the war was the best way forward is for us to accept our place in the British Empire and to become loyal subjects of the British Crown and to contribute to the British Empire.
And that didn't go well down.
Exactly. And so the British Empire liked that. And there's a video clip on YouTube, a fascinating video of him speaking in the London Parliament, the British Parliament during the Second World War.
Yeah.
And as he walked in, he just got this standing ovation and they were cheering. And when he finished his speech, they started singing, "He's a jolly good fellow." So he was this internationally celebrated figure and he was incredibly intelligent and he was incredibly hardworking.
Yes.
But his view was that the Afrikaner people
To just be loyal.
we must become British citizens. And I think a lot of Afrikaners couldn't accept that.